how much has stuff like that kind of driven you to become the player you are, and how much do you, or maybe did you at some point listen to that stuff and be driven by it?
You know, I think it's one of the reasons why I play with the chip on my shoulder the way I do. And I wasn't the most highly recruited quarterback in the country, obviously. And something like that just carries along throughout my career from the day I started playing football, you know. And I would say it just helps me, you know, put everything aside and not listen to that noise and just play the way I'm capable of playing.
What do you see as your intangible? Because we've heard lots of things about, you know, your leadership and how it's genuine and, you know, pulling guys aside and giving them little pep talks and stuff. What is it about you that makes that work so well?
I don't know. I think it's just being able to relate to players and see their situations and where they come from. You know, a lot of kids on this team come from different backgrounds. You know, they don't come from the same background that I come from, or another kid, or Canaan Severin, or Jackson Mateo. You know, everyone comes from different situations, families, where they grew up, you know, their living situation. So I think being able to just relate to different kids and just sit down and just get to know them on a personal level rather than just knowing them as a football player, I think that helps a lot with creating chemistry on this team and being a leader as well.
You've known this was going to be your opportunity for quite a while now. A week away, kind of how does that feel?
You know, it's exciting. You know, this is what you dream about. And fortunately, I was able to have 3 starts last year, so this isn't my first ever career start. So I think that helps going into this game with experience. But, you know, at the same time, it's the start of a new season, and we're excited to get out there, and I'm anxious to play at UCLA.
Change of personnel notwithstanding on both teams. You talked about having 3 starts, but what about the experience that you had last season against UCLA? And does that even fuel your confidence even more because you had success against?
Yeah, you know, it does a little bit, but at the same time, you know, they have a whole new team. We have a whole new team, you know. They have a very solid defense. They're very good. Their front seven, like Coach Lennon was saying, and you know, they have a special linebacker, Miles Jack, and their D-backs are very talented. And we're going to have to play our best game, and we're excited to go out there and compete against them and play with confidence.
Now that it's game week, now that you guys are getting ready to go to the Rose Bowl, how anxious and ready is everybody?
You know, we're excited to stop hitting each other and finally hit another team. You know, I think our offensive line, our defense is ready to go attack someone else. And, you know, it's really just taking it day by day and treating Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as very important days in preparation and then executing that game plan on Saturday.
How is Matt different? How has he progressed since this time last year?
I just think it's more his team. I try to tell him all summer really that, you know, he wasn't labeled a team captain, but in my eyes, he needs to be one of the best leaders on the team, if not the best leader. The ball's in his hand every single play. I think that's why we went so hard in the off season. That's why we worked together so hard in the off season, trying to lead the offense. So in times like this, he can, you know, it's his team. You know, I think that's the biggest difference. I mean, there's, you know, last year or the years prior, there's 1 or 2, there's about 2 guys, maybe 3 guys, you know, the 2 or 3 quarterbacks. But now we have this one guy we can roll with, and the whole team, the whole program is trust this guy and believes in this guy. When you get in the huddle, I think that's something special. I think that's a good thing for the quarterback to have, and the quarterback to know.
Have you watched much UCLA film yet? And what do you think of your second?
Yeah, I've been watching film on them since January, so they got a good secondary. They got good players. They wouldn't be who they are. I mean, without those players, those are, you know, number 1, number 10, the safeties 2 and 21. They're all good. So, but I'm ready to compete against them.
Growing up in the Northeast, what were your impressions of the Rose Bowl on TV?
The first time I even heard about the Rose Bowl, I was watching the National Championship 2006, Vince Young and Texas versus USC. Vince Young was my favorite player, so I remember my dad told me to go to sleep. Me and my brother, we snuck back and watched the game, finished watching the game. So I couldn't imagine, you know, what was that, 9 years ago, watching that game, thinking I'm about to play at the Rose Bowl too. So it's exciting. I'm excited about the opportunity.
Are there chances you'll take as a defense against a freshman quarterback that you might not take against somebody that's been, you know, that's made 2, 3 dozen starts?
I'm not sure, but you know, he's a capable quarterback, 5-star. leading, number 13 ranked team in the country. So he's starting for a reason. No one's taken a freshman quarterback lightly. He's got great weapons around him. He's a great player, so it should be a fun game.
We've heard a lot about your guys trying to return to the power running game. What have you seen from your side of the ball in terms of their improvement running the ball?
Definitely. Those guys have gotten just overall a lot nastier, and I think that's what you want to see out of offensive line. Just tough grittiness and just getting after you, and we've seen that a lot in our 9-on-7 drills starting in the spring. Defense, we used to just kill the offense when I first got here, and then things changed in the spring. Coach Borbley, those guys have really been getting after us, and it's just been a really competitive drill.
How anxious are you guys just to hit somebody else?
Definitely. Some spring ball, all the workouts in the summer, camp. I'm really tired of running up against Jackson Mateo and Ham and Smoke and Jordan Ellis and Albert Reed. Definitely, we're glad it's game week and get after another team.
I feel really good. I feel blessed to be able to come out here and have a fifth year and be on the field with my team again and open it up in the Rose Bowl. It's a great feeling.
How does this year feel different maybe than the past years you've been here?
I'm definitely enjoying every moment, whether it's, during camp having two-a-days where a lot of guys we got a two-a-day today. I'm happy we have a two-a-day. I missed a lot of football, and just the unity and the camaraderie of my team. Every team each year has a different feel to it, and, this year, from the freshmen to the fifth-year seniors, the camaraderie is really tight. Everybody is really tight together and closely knitted. So, I'm definitely enjoying this season so far and the feeling that I got around my guys. It's kind of indescribable. It's definitely what you would want to open up with, being your fifth year, being that, I've missed essentially a year and a half of football, and then coming back into such a big game. It's kind of like a big stage set up for great things for our team this season. And, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else and on any other team and in any other place this Saturday coming up than in the Rose Bowl.